What's up, fellow movie buffs? Sorry for the lack of updates. It's been I've had a really busy life right now, going through a lot of changes. But I'll make a quick video here on my Mondo Macabro DVD collection. Now, you hear me say this a lot about independent companies, but Mondo Macabro is one of my all-time favorite companies. They put a lot of work into their releases. Their trademark is releasing the wild side of world cinema from all over the world, all countries, Asian countries, including like the Philippines and Indonesia, to Europe, like Spain and Italy, to Mexico, to homegrown films here in the U.S. And their releases are known for mostly having kind of a reddish orange keep case, which makes them really easy to spot, and most of them have like a brownish colored cover insert here. Let's see, I believe I own 13 or 14 of their releases, I forget. And we'll start over here. I got the Mexican horror film Alucarda, kind of like it's basically an unsploitation film, one of the best of its kind. I'm not a big fan of the quote-unquote nunsploitation genre, but this is actually a very enjoyable one. I did like that a lot. Got a Spanish film here, Paul Naschy, Panic Beats. It's actually a sequel to Horror Rises from the Tomb. Very enjoyable, gory. Got a giallo here, The French Sex Murders, produced by notorious sleaze producer Dick Randall. Very trashy, very enjoyable giallo. I believe this was the very first Mondo Macabro DVD I ever bought, if I recall. Another Italian giallo here, The Killer Must Kill Again, one of my personal favorites of the genre, directed by Luigi Cozzi. This was his first film after being a protege of Dario Argento, and before he turned into a director directing silly trash like Hercules and Contamination. Very excellent film. Got Parts the Clonus horror. I know Mondo Macabro also released this with alternative cover art that just says Clonus on it. This is, it's not a bad film. It's not a very popular film from Mondo Macabro. A science fiction film about clones, and kind of really ahead of its time. It really got ripped off hardcore for Michael Bay's film The Island. I mean, I'm not shitting you. There's dialogue, there's direct scenes, and the director of this took that film to court and actually won the lawsuit. So that's a little interesting piece of history. I didn't think it was that bad. It was on Mystery Science Theater 3000, but I did not think it was that bad of a film. Don't Deliver Us from Evil. I bought this at a pawn shop of all things for $3. I mean, finding Mondo Macabro at a pawn shop, man, you got to jump on it. I never really thought about buying this new. It just looks like a forgettable exploitation film from France. But you know what? To be honest, I was really shocked by how good it was. It's kind of a character study, more of a drama film than a horror film by far. I'd say drama with a heavy dose of exploitation, a little bit of horror. Really well made, well done. The title, I mean, does scream exploitation, but I was really shocked by actually how good this movie was. We'll do one of their newer releases, another Dick Randall production, Don't Open Till Christmas. A really sloppy made slasher film, but a lot of fun, a lot of gory kills in it. Plot makes no sense because the director he quit or was fired halfway through, and I think there's like 3 directors working on this film. It's it's from the producer pieces, so you know what kind of trashy slasher you're in. If you love trashy slashers, then this is definitely a must pick up. Another Dick Randall production, The Girl in Room 2A. Waited a long time to see this. This is an Italian film produced by Dick Randall. Exploitation horror film. Not as exploitative as I thought it would be, but not a bad film by any means. Let's see, one of the releases I have that did not come in an orange case and does not have the trademark, brown colored cover. Oswang, released on video in an edited version as The Unearthing. Um, Oswang is, I believe, it's Southeastern Asia mythology. I can't remember if it's like the Philippines or somewhere in there. About a creature like a vampire that feeds on unborn babies, and for that aspect, it's creepy. It's okay film. I probably have to say it's my most disappointing film I've seen by Mondo Macabro. I picked this up again at a pawn shop at the same time I picked up Don't Deliver Us from Evil. So for that, I only paid $3. I can't complain, but I'd be hard pressed to pay, $20 what Mondo Macabro films usually cost new for that. But that's probably my most disappointing film I own by them, or I find the least entertaining. Now let's jump over to Indonesia, which is quickly becoming my favorite country for schlock entertainment. Let's see, the Lady Terminator. What I like to term, or what a lot of people like to term, rip-off exploitation or remake exploitation. This is really the Terminator, just really trashy, down to the same lines like Come With Me If You Want to Live, the same sequences, really, but insanely entertaining. A trashy film, but oh man, I enjoyed the hell out of that. From the director of Lady Terminator, got Mystics in Bali. Holy hell, this is one of the craziest horror films I've ever seen. I mean, this lady, like you see on the cover, this lady's head flies off with all her guts still attached, and like Lady Terminator, it's an American girl that comes over to Indonesia. Of course, she wants to play with black magic and ends up, causing a whole bunch of hell. Let's see. Got the Queen of Black Magic, which was it's actually an unofficial sequel to Shaw Brothers films Black Magic and Black Magic 2, and this is actually Black Magic 3, as those two films were huge hits in Indonesia. And this is a lot of fun, very gory, and if you like horror films with black magic touches like the Shaw Brothers films, then you should find a lot of enjoyment in that. Got The Warrior, starring Barry Prima. Really, really entertaining martial arts fantasy film with over-the-top gore and over-the-top performances. I really enjoyed this. This is the first, I believe, of 4 or 5 films, depends how you count. But sadly, Mondo Macabro announced they're not going to release the sequels because this sold so poorly on DVD, and that is such a shame because I would love to see those sequels. Another Barry Prima film, The Devil's Sword. This is a weird hybrid of martial arts and sword and sorcery. It's kind of like Conan the Barbarian with martial arts. It's a lot of fun, cheesy special effects. Highly recommend that one. And the last one I got here, this is the newest one I've got by them, Virgins from Hell. You cannot beat that title. It's from the same producers of The Warrior and The Devil's Sword and Queen of Black Magic, Rappy, I believe I pronounced that right, films. And it's kind of like a female motorcycle gang that dresses in sexy clothes to get revenge on this corrupt guy. It's a lot of fun. It's a 2-disc special edition with the second disc containing a shit ton of trailers. And that's all I have for Mondo Macabro for now. I keep having my eyes on their Bollywood horror DVD sets, but I just don't know if I'm going to like horror from India. I don't know, maybe I should take the plunge and give it a shot, but that's it for now, so go out and support Mondo Macabro, one of the best DVD companies around.